we go through hard situations, like really hard situations. But if you sit down and find even the smallest thing to be grateful for, you'll find that the thing that has been seeming harder will even feel lighter, because there is a way gratitude helps us to remind ourselves of at least the small positive things that are happening in our lives. So it is easier for us to not just look at what is not going right, but to take a second to look at all the things that are actually going well. So that is why it is important for us to always practice thinking about things that we are grateful for. If you can actually write them down. I had a habit when I was going through like really, really bad times. I started a habit of noting things I'm grateful for, like every day, just one thing. And I had a bucket, like a tiny tin where I used to drop them. So I got with a friend of mine and we did what we call the 30-day challenge, gratitude challenge. So every day you write one thing, you drop it in a tin, and at the end of the month, we would meet and actually read through those papers. And you find that, oh my goodness, there is actually a lot to be grateful for, even in the hard situations. So I think it's one thing that we can take on, like just every day when you wake up or before you sleep, you're like, okay, maybe that day didn't go so well, but I'm grateful for this one thing that happened today. So yes, Ange, you're welcome. Awesome. We were waiting for just a few more friends to join, but we've been sharing in the meantime what we are grateful for, anything good that is happening in our lives. So if it's okay, you could share as well. Anything you're grateful for.
I'm grateful that I'm going back to work. Work is my safe haven.
Yay.
All of my kids are now in school all day. So, um, work is my place to distract myself from my everyday traumas and issues. So, I really make sure to separate the two so that I can work and think about work and just have that distraction away from everything, because it gives me that period of time to think that there's other things that I have to deal with, that are priorities than my vulnerability and my sadness and my hurt and my pain and other things like that.
All right. Awesome. Congratulations that you are back to work. That's amazing. So, as we wait for the rest of the friends to get here, here we've been talking about unleashing your bounce back power. And it's a conversation that we have had. We started with uh, getting back to a place where we want to go to. And we realized that we need to, first of all, assess the situation, the current situation. And when you assess the situation, you find out what is going well, what is not going well, and things like that. And then also, we need to find out what are some of the limiting beliefs, what are the things that are keeping us in the same position where we don't want to be. Because it is important, if we find out the places or the things or the people that trigger the emotions that are maybe leading to the hurt and the damage, or it could be the emotional damage that we are going through, then it's easier for us to work around it, to find out which spaces am I not supposed to be in, or which people should I actually limit my time with, because I know if I spend time with this person, they're actually going to trigger my emotions and things like that. And then we also talked about cultivating resilience. And today we just want to dive a little bit more in the resilience and how we can actually come up with an action plan that is going to help us on this journey. Because like we always share, we heal every day, like every single day. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I think I've made it, I'm at maybe a 90%. Then the next day you wake up and you're like, oh no, I'm back again, I'm down to like 20%. So that happens. That is very normal on this journey, that some days will be much better than others. But regardless, we have to keep going. We need to not give up on ourselves. So Penny, you are welcome here. Thank you for joining the call. We've been sharing just briefs of the things that we've shared, that we've discussed on this platform before. And maybe just before we continue, we've shared what we are grateful for. I don't know if there is something you'd like to share. anything you're grateful for, anything good that is happening for you.
Hi, yes, thank you for the warm welcome. I am currently just grateful for my family and being able to be around them. I know a lot of times we take the small things in life for granted, and so I'm just grateful for another day and just being able to hug my family.
Wow, awesome. We celebrate you. Congratulations on that and the family. Send our regards back to them. So yes, today we are going to discuss more, to share more about the actions. And I know we hinted on some of them in the previous sessions, but just a reminder or to know, okay, what are some, because you should take a minute and find out, okay, on this journey, what is that one thing that is helping me be better every day? And I don't know if there is someone that is ready to share that on this journey that we are on of healing and being better people and things like that, what is that one thing that you realize has helped you stay on the journey? Yes, Rebecca.
I do morning affirmations in the mirror, and that has helped me tremendously, and so I try to do it every day.
Wow. So affirmations are working well for you.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. Because like we always share here, that other people's voices can cause damage or hurt to you. But the voice that determines who you become is actually your voice. Because if the people are constantly throwing words, negative statements towards you, and then you choose to believe those words, then that's where the damage starts. But then if you choose to believe different, to speak different upon your life, and that's where the affirmations come in, that you close out all the negative words or statements that are thrown at you, and then you concentrate on the affirmations, the things that you are telling yourself, and then you'll find that before you know it, you'll be able to believe the words that you are saying, and then the other words will not actually cause any damage on you, because now you've built your resilience towards the words or the things that people say to you. So that's awesome. That's a thing that we should actually pick up on when it comes to affirming ourselves. And the morning is actually the best time, because you're setting pace for that day and things like that. Usually you'll realize that the mood that you have in the morning when you wake up, it will determine the mood you're going to have throughout the day. If you wake up in the morning and you're feeling lazy and weak and unhappy and things like that, you'll find that that is the same mood you're going to carry throughout the day. But when you start your day with powerful affirmations towards your life, you'll find that you have set the mood right for the rest of the day. So thank you, Rebecca, for sharing. Oh, and I see we have another Rebecca joining us. Welcome, Rebecca. Thank you for joining the call. Awesome. You found us. We had already shared what we are grateful for, anything good that is happening in our lives. If it is okay, you could share as well as we get back into the action points.
Share what I'm grateful for?
Oh, yes. Anything?
I guess my health.
Okay.
That's about it right now.
Okay. That is awesome. Thank you for sharing. So, like we had said, it is important for us to find even those tiny things that we are grateful for on this journey, because that is also something that can help us to stay the course of getting better every single day. So before Rebecca got off the call, she mentioned positive affirmations, that it's one of the things that is actually helping her. And I would love to hear from the rest of us. Is there any one thing that is helping you on this journey that you feel like, if I hadn't done this, maybe I would not be here, or maybe I would have given up on this journey already, something like that? What is that one action that has kept you on this journey? Anyone? Any one action that you're implementing that is helping on the journey? So maybe as we get those, okay? Yes,
Circles.
Rebecca.
Circles is helping me.
Oh, nice. I love it. I love it. And like we always say here, on the Circles app, we are all at different stages of healing, and we are all going through different challenges and things in life. But here we hold each other's hands. Like, you know what? You get on the call, maybe you are starting out on your healing journey, and then maybe someone has gone ahead of you. They've gone through the same situation, and maybe they're at a 50 and you're just starting out at maybe at 20% or 10%. So this person holds your hand. That's why here we encourage sharing, because maybe the thing that is helping you is what the other person needs to hear that will help them get on this journey. So yes, I also love circles because I know it has helped me as well personally to stay on this journey of being a better person every single day. So any other from maybe Penny or Ange?
I can share. I know one thing that's helped me is journaling. Looking
Okay.
back, will look back on my journal and see things that, rough patches I've been through that I got through. And now looking back today, I'm grateful to say, okay, well, if I can go through that, then I can get through this. And another thing that's been helping me is the words of affirmation. In the morning, I'll say it, or I'll play something on YouTube. I'll let YouTube, words of affirmations for the morning, and I just let that soak in my head. And I might play it really low at work, like on my desk, and that just helps out, kind of keep the mood going all day in a good way. And it makes a difference. Like, I noticed that people
Yeah.
approach me differently. I'm able to think differently in meetings and things that I do as I interact with people. So just being able to keep track of what you're grateful for, it's not easy, but you look back and you start thinking like, wow, I made it through that, and I can make it through this.
That is right. That is absolutely right. And also, I've been practicing journaling a little more. And yes, you are right that it helps you, because when you look back, sometimes that situation maybe was harder than the current. So when you look back, you're like, okay, if I manage this, I'll definitely manage this situation that I'm handling. So yes, that is another thing that can help us on this journey. Thank you so much for sharing. So we need to be able to take a moment, especially while we get on this journey, to first of all accept. We've talked a lot about acceptance of the situation, because the moment you accept, then it's easier to heal and to get better and to get solutions. But as we accept, it is important for us not to blame ourselves, to bring that self-blame, that maybe it is because of me that this and this is happening, that I'm in this situation. Maybe I put myself in this situation. Because the more we blame ourselves, the longer we stay in that situation. So it is important for us to take a moment to acknowledge and accept the challenge, yes, but also not dwell a lot on the self-blame, because then we shall find that we keep on missing on the learnings that you could get from that experience. So I usually tell people that every situation, however hard it is, it's actually an opportunity for us to learn to do things better. So always we need to find ways of, how do I look at the positive in this situation? I know some situations are really hard, but if you try to say, okay, let me be intentional and not blame myself, but find out what can I learn from this situation to be better. And like we always share here, that it's never too late to start all over again. It is never late to say, oh, maybe I'm 50 years, I'm 60 years. We've seen people starting life at 70 years. So, and that is us coming to a realization that I can actually do it, because it starts with you. That even when you listen to someone giving you all these solutions, it takes us to make that decision to want to be better. So that is one thing that we should look at, because I know that sometimes we keep in these situations blaming ourselves, or because everyone around us feels like it is our fault that we are in that situation. So you find that you end up blaming yourself as well. Yeah. So I don't know if that has happened to any of us, or you've had it somewhere, or a friend has been in that situation where it is the self-blame that that speaks out loudest in their situation, and they feel like maybe it's because of them that they are in that situation. I don't know if you've had any of that. Have we? Okay, so that was the first step that we need to take, the acceptance and self reflection, and then we embark on this journey of resilience. Like I said, some days are harder than others. But what I usually encourage people is, if you get a space, for example, we have circles here where it is okay for everyone to share, then we know that listening to other people's situations is also another thing that can help us. Because sometimes you feel like, when you sit in your room and you feel like, oh my God, I have the biggest problems in the world. But then when you listen to someone else, you find that that person could be going through even worse. So we encourage a lot to share. It's an open space where we share openly. And what this helps us is to, yes, understand the setbacks, that they are normal, they are part of the journey, but also to help us cultivate resilience. Yeah. Knowing that, okay, people have been in this situation before me. Maybe their situation is different from mine, but they've been able to go through that situation. That means I can actually go through the same situation as well. And like we always say, it is important for us to set goals, however small the goal is, because if you're aiming towards something, then it's easier. It gives you a sense of purpose and direction. When you wake up every morning and you're like, you know what, the goal is to maybe heal from this kind of situation, or to be a better person in this kind of, or maybe this area of my life, or to do better in this area of my life, then it also serves as motivation for us to get better each and every day. So maybe I would love to hear from you. Do we have any goals? Have we set any goals on this journey? Yes, Rebecca, can you still hear me? Oh, are you able to hear me, Penny?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed what you said. Can you repeat the question?
Oh, the question was about action plans. Do you have like the goals, any goals that you've set for yourself, uh, maybe to be a better person, to heal on a specific maybe journey that you're on? Because we know that goals are one of the things that keep us motivated on the journey. Some days you wake up and you feel like giving up on the entire situation, or some days you wake up and you feel like you're doing well, you're at an 80%, and then other days you wake up and you feel like you're down back to like 20%. So I just wanted to find out if you have any goals that we have set.
Yes, I do. So I usually do a monthly and like a 3-month goal and a yearly goal. I don't
Okay.
always stick, but I did a vision board before last year, and
Ooh, I love it.
I did a vision board, and I keep the picture of the vision board on my phone. It's my actual phone's desktop, my screen. And so that way, if I ever feel off track, like I can see it, and it kind of reminds me as to like why I'm doing what I'm doing. And part of my vision board, I have a picture of like a community, like I like community church, working out, and promotion. That's what I have on there. So I'm still working towards my goal. Some of that stuff I will find out later next year, but that's what helps me.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm one of the people that really, really believe in vision boards. I've seen vision boards work in my life and in all areas, at my workplace, in my family, with my children, and things like that. So that's really, really amazing. And when it is different when you have that image in front of you, and for you, you even have it on your phone. Wow, I think I should copy that as well, because I just have it.
My phone helps. It really kind of helps me when I get off track. But
Mm.
one question for you is what got you into circles, and what do you like about circles? I'm fairly new at it, and I see a lot of people rave about it. So what do you like about circles?
Oh, what I love about circles is okay, first of all, how did I join circles? So I'm a coach, I'm a personal growth and finance coach back in my country, that is Uganda. I don't know if you've heard about Uganda though. Have
Yeah.
you heard about Uganda? You have? Okay. So I am from Uganda, and I'm always on this journey of helping people because I've been in that situation before. I wrote a book called Bounce Back. So in there, I shared about my very challenging situations that I went through and how I was able to manage and get back on track to go after my goals and dreams. So I've been sharing a lot about that with my people here in my country, and that is how circles, or some of the leaders in circles, got to see some of the work that I do on my website, and then they told me about circles. So when they told me about circles, I was really impressed because they told me this is a space where people come together to support each other, to heal, to get better, and that's exactly what I am passionate about. So that is how I ended up joining circles. I've been here for a month, I think. I think it's a month. Yes. But I really, really love it. I'm enjoying the space. I am learning a lot on the app as well. And then just coming here to share with, even if it's just 1-2 people, it is really amazing. So when did you join?
I just joined about a week ago. So I'm
Wow.
very new. But I also wanted to know with your journey, and thank you for sharing, your journey of writing your book and being able to share that information. That's so very vital. What as far as you being a facilitator, what benefits do you see being a facilitator versus you being just a person in the room? I've heard that like circles, I guess I don't know how true this is, but I heard that facilitators get paid for doing it, or I don't know, like they teach master classes and things like that. Is that the case? Is that true?
That must be the case. About the payment, I'm not yet sure, but I think for the facilitators that have been here long enough, I think they get paid, but I am not getting paid, at least not yet. Yes, but I heard about it also. I just need to inquire. For now, I just love to get on here and share with the people. And yes, that's what I do.
That is awesome. I can definitely tell you're passionate about teaching and sharing the
Thank
knowledge.
you.
It's so very, very vital. I've been in different chat rooms and I've loved what I have seen so far. And I can tell the people that are here in it for the right reasons and the ones that are just kind of here,
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, definitely. You're on the right track. And since your background finances, are you going to share maybe like financial tips or anything in any of the meetings?
Yes, I will. Now, usually we get a topic for like either 4 weeks or 8 weeks. So we are doing this, unleash your bounce back power. And I think after that, I'll be able to get into finances because I am really, really passionate about finances too. I wrote a book. It's not really a book. It's a journal. It's a financial journal just to help people track their finances, help them pay off their debts and things like that, to help them also to achieve their financial goals. So I think after this, we shall be able to have the financial conversation as well.
Wow, I think that is such a good idea, financial journal. I never even thought about that.
Oh, thank you. And if you have any questions related to that, you can always let me know. I can gladly share. And now that we are here, I was about to share to say that now that we are 2 of us, you could go ahead and ask the questions. But Shay, you are welcome. Welcome here. I hope you can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah. Jessica, you are welcome here as well. Thank you for joining the call. We had a few friends that had to jump off because of work, going back for their sessions, but we are still here and we've been sharing. We started with sharing what we are grateful for, anything good that is happening in your life that you could share. That is Share and Jessica. Liz Penny has shared already.
I'm not really sure right now.
Okay. Okay, that is fine. Shay, do you have anything you're grateful for?
Oh, I'm grateful I'm still alive. So that's about it. I know that gratitude is important in recovery, yet I'm still kind of in the thick of it. So.
All right. Yes, that is very okay as well, because as we keep sharing here on this journey, we have days or moments where we feel like, okay, I think I am getting better on this journey, and then other days you wake up and you feel like you're back to maybe at 20%. Other days you feel like you're at a 60. Other days 80. But that is all part of the journey, and that is why we are here. That's what makes the journey beautiful, actually. So I
Well,
totally get it.
in that sense, I can tell that I'm not attached to him as much. That I'm. You know what I mean? So there's some solace in that.
Yeah.
But he still has a tremendous amount of control in my life that I can't seem in the last 4 years to break free of. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Congratulations. You are doing well.
No, it's just first thing in the morning.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I know those days happen, but the beauty is you're still on the journey. You have not given up yet. So we still
No.
celebrate you.
Yes, and a lot of that is probably due to my kids. Um,
Okay.
he's manipulated them, and one of them specifically. If I don't stay right now, he'll be the target, and I can't let that happen.
Yeah, I get it. Sorry about that.
That's
But
okay.
we are here. Oh yes, we are here with you on the journey. So yes, sometimes, like they say, sometimes it gets worse before it gets better. But one thing we are not doing here is giving up on ourselves. So we shall keep on the journey until sometimes it may take long. Yeah, for some people it takes months, others it takes years, others, but it doesn't actually matter how long it takes, but we shall get there. We shall be able to get there. So we are here with you, Shay.
Well,
Thank
thank
you for
you.
sharing. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so we were talking with Penny before you got on that it's important for us on this journey, yes, to get to a point where we have acceptance, like we accept the situation, but also we should not dwell a lot on the self blame, because sometimes when we are in situations we feel like, oh my God, I think it is my fault. Maybe I put myself in this situation. Maybe I was the bad person in this relationship, or maybe I did the bigger part contributing to the problems that we are going through. But it is important for us to note that it is not actually our fault, okay? That we do not determine situations. Because if we are two people, maybe if it's a relationship or marriage, then it takes two people to make things work. If it's a problem, then that means it takes still two people to come to that point. And also, that helps us to know that, okay, you know what? I may not have the power to determine what the other person thinks or what they do or how they react and things like that. The only power that I have is upon myself to determine what I think, how I react towards situations, and what I do to help myself get out of that situation. So that is why it's important for us to keep reminding ourselves about just those tiny things to help us get out of that blame game. Okay. And one of the things that we had shared here earlier is practicing affirmations, because we know that on this journey, usually you'll hear all the negative words, either from the other partner, from people around us, and things like that. So we need to be the people that believe in ourselves, people that will be like, you know what, whatever it takes, I am with me forever. And practicing these kinds of affirmations will help remind us that we can actually make it through. Okay, so that's why we say that it's important for us every single morning to practice affirmations. Why? Because just okay, can you still hear me? Oh, awesome. So Becca and Vonetta, you are welcome. We've been still talking about self-acceptance and self-reflection, and saying that on this journey, it's important for us not to blame ourselves, self-blame. And one of the things that can help us on this journey is actually positive affirmations, because we know that even when we are in these situations and we're getting all these negative words or statements thrown at us, either from our partners, from people around us, and things like that, it should be us to take ourselves out of that situation, especially mentally and emotionally, by practicing affirmations that remind us of who we are and who we want to be. And I just want to find out from us on the call, how many of us have actually tried that? Anyone? Oh, Shay, are you able to share how that is going?
Yeah, I've probably been doing that for the last year now. And what I've done is I've literally taken poster boards or like art canvases, and I've written them out all over, and they're all over the house. So when I wake up in the
Wow.
morning, I have an affirmation about the anxiety that you could start with, and the depression, and it goes on to, even I even wrote something the other day. It was like, never fear losing somebody that doesn't want you. So it's,
I love it.
yeah. So I keep it very visual. It's in my car and in the house. So
Oh, yes. Wow. That is awesome. That is beautiful, because we know that on this journey, and sometimes it feels like the other person is helping me to be with me in this situation. But now that you've got those affirmations, especially the one where you've mentioned that you shouldn't be with someone who doesn't want to be with you, something like that, you'll find that now you're getting back your power to know that, okay, I actually deserve someone who deserves me. Yeah,
right.
something like
Yeah.
that. So
I've accepted. Yeah,
because
I've accepted what he is. Yeah, I've
oh
completely
yes.
accepted it. Yeah. So
Wow, that's amazing. And you'll find that that will help you get your power back. And that's what we call unleashing your bounce back power. Because on this journey, you need to get back your power to be able to go through that situation. But all the times that we depend on the other person for either emotional support and things like that, you'll find that then we shall cling around, and then the heart will continue, because now they know that they are in charge, and then they can do whatever they want to do, and you're not going anywhere and things like that. But when you accept and get back your power to know that, you know what, this is my life, and I actually determine who comes into my life, and I actually deserve better, then it is much easier for us to get on that healing journey and finding ways of how can I actually be a better person, or how can I get to the next level in my life. So that is awesome, Shay. Thank you so much for sharing. Rachel, you are welcome. So I don't know if we have anyone else that is practicing affirmations and how that is going. And I know that even with affirmations, sometimes you read them to yourself and you feel like, but am I not lying to myself? We always have that second voice. I don't know if it happens to me alone. I don't know if it happens to you as well. But some mornings you wake up and you feel like, I think these things don't work. I feel like I am just lying to myself. Has it happened to any of us on the call? Anybody? So the affirmations work for you perfectly well. For the rest of us.
Okay, well, I'll say something because I did affirmations. It's a struggle every day. I mean, it really is,
Yeah.
especially when you're still immersed in it. You have to consciously and actively remind yourself of all the things that you can't discount. Because I know that for me, I was finding all the reasons why my perception of the situation was wrong. And you know what I mean? And then I had to remind myself, but that wasn't wrong and that wasn't wrong. So, you know what I mean? It was like I had to actively do that. And I kept a journal. I think I have 15 of them now after 4 years. And every night I write in it. It doesn't matter what I say, I just write in it.
Wow. That is amazing. And like you said, oh yes, every single day it is a journey that we keep taking. But the more that we recite these affirmations in our lives towards ourselves boldly in the mirror, the more we start believing them, the more they start to make sense. So true that you say that it actually takes some kind of practice, and the longer we do it, the easier it gets for all of us. So thank you so much for sharing that. Any other thing that is helping us on the journey? So you have affirmations are helping. Penny had mentioned about journaling. Do we have any other thing that you feel that is helping you on this journey? Jessica and Vonetta, you are welcome to share anything, maybe what you're grateful for or what is helping you on the journey, or maybe the situation right now, whatever it is. Because like I always say, here on Circles, we are all at different stages of healing. Maybe where you are right now, it is what the other person has been waiting to hear to help them start off on their journey. So that is why here we always share and hold each other's hands, yeah, to help each other on this journey of getting better. So is there anything you'd love to share? Okay, so maybe as we wait to hear from them, I see we have 11 minutes left, but before we get off today, I would just want to encourage all of us to set clear goals on this journey. What do you want to see? And like we always talk about goals, you can have, yes, the long-term goal, maybe that is in a year, but you can even break it down to these maybe 5 months left in this year. You'll be like, what do I want to see by December 31st? What do I want to see happening in my life? And it's important for us to make that goal as specific as possible. Not goals of, I want to be better by December. No. What do you mean getting better? What does that mean to you? Because we could be in the same situation, but better may mean different to all of us. Okay. So I just want us to have clear goals set, and you'll be like, okay, this is exactly what I want to see by December. And then what that helps is that now it helps you work backwards. You ask yourself, okay, if this is where I want to be by December, maybe December 31st, what do I need to do today or daily or weekly that can help me get closer to the goal that I want to see? So that's where the action then comes in. So after you've set your goal, what you want to see by December. And remember, it has to be specific. It has to be achievable as well, because if we set very big goals and we don't achieve them, then we shall feel maybe demotivated. But it is important for us to set a goal that we know that, okay, by December, at least if I have moved to this point, then that will be good for me. So you set that goal, and then you break it down as much as possible into smaller, manageable steps. Like, what do I need to do daily? Even if it's just taking a walk every day for maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes, even if it's maybe reading a book for 5 minutes, or maybe journaling every day for 5 minutes, or listening to your favorite music, or whatever it is that you have to do, that you can do either weekly or daily or monthly, to help you take, even if it's just one step closer to your goals. And then that is the action that we need. So after you've set your goal, then you need to outline, what do I need to do to work towards my goal? And then after writing down the things you need to do, then it's also important to prioritize that, okay, these are the things that I need to do. What should I do first? What do I do on Monday? Like, the more detailed you are, the easier it will be for you to actually get those things done. That you can even create a daily or weekly schedule that helps you to allocate time for those tasks. For example, maybe you want to work out, but maybe you're not able to do that every day. So you can say, maybe every Wednesday of the week or every Friday of the week, I need to spend maybe 10 minutes doing this, or 20 minutes doing this. So whatever it is, you can go back and think about what goal you have, break it down as much as possible, and then find out, what one thing can I do every single day or every week that is going to help me to get closer to achieving my goal. So I would like to end there for now. Maybe if you have any questions, or you have a supplement, or you have your goals set already. Do you have our goals set already? Or maybe you've been thinking about what you want to achieve by 31st. We could use this time to share, or if you have any questions. Yes, Vonetta, you have any question or supplement or anything that you'd love to share before we get off?